You know what? I would grade this year as definitely A plus. I've fought in some quality opponents. I've taken them out when a lot of people didn't think I would, including me. You know, I feel like I've really shown that I belong in the the top dogs. I feel like people are starting to recognize me a lot more. This was my breakout year, and I'm gonna break out even more next year. Some people have like maybe some anxiety or fear of being invisible to some people. And at first I thought I was invisible to some of these fighters out there. Sometimes I still think I am because, I'm not getting the fights that I want, like some world title fights. But I'm starting to see now that people do recognize me, big fighters like Canelo and Mikey Garcia, Jose Ramirez, Josecito, and it really does mean a lot to me. I feel like I've earned it, and you know what? If I get that recognition from them, that only makes me want to train harder too, because I know they're going to be watching my fight, in any of my fights. So it makes me want to look good. Without overlooking my next opponent, I definitely want to get some kind of title shot next year. To put me in the eyes of the champions. Maybe this guy. Maybe a win over Vergil Ortiz will put me higher. Because that's how I feel like where I'm stuck at right now. They see someone with only 14 wins. They don't want to risk, looking bad against me or anything like that. I got to show these guys that the number of fights that I have doesn't mean anything. I'm better than what my records say. Some people say that they would like to fight me in the future, and that I have a name and all that stuff. I don't take that to heart. I take that as a compliment. They see me as a great fighter. At least that's how I see it. When I say I want to fight someone, I don't say it because I want to hurt them, I want to beat them up. I say it because I think they're a great fighter. If I have a win against them, then it will look good because they're a very respectable fighter. And you know what? If someone says about me, take it as a compliment. What I know about Brad Solomon, he's a very experienced fighter, 28-1. He has double the wins that I have. He's crafty. He definitely brings something to the table different than my past fighters. He's not going to stay in there and bang. He's gonna want to make me miss. He's going to want to stick and move. And we haven't seen me fight someone like that in the professionals yet. So everyone's going to see how I do against a fighter like that. My work ethic comes from my dad pushed me this entire time. I think maybe if I didn't have my dad, I'd probably half-ass it like the rest of these fighters do. He's really pushed me to not be satisfied with anything that I do. There's always room for improvement. You can always work harder. It's really a lot of my success has come from my dad.